Hello, everyone, and welcome back to an episode of the Pink Brothers Show. My name is Sammy. Actually, I don't know why I have this on. That's weird. But today we're going to be reviewing The Boys, an Amazon Prime exclusive show where it's basically powerless people versus superhumans. All right. So essentially, the superhumans of this world are celebrities, but they can't do whatever they want. They actually have to be signed, or they have to be, I guess, managed by a corporation. And in this instance, the corporation is Vault, which is wide, known worldwide. And we have Carl Urban's character, Billy Butcher, who actually wants to take down that organization because I think it's like a personal vendetta that he has against superheroes, but that's not really like shown in the season in the first few episodes. But in episode 1, we get introduced to Homelander and Queen Maeve, who actually Homelander's played by Anthony Starr and Queen Maeve is by Dominique McElligott. I'm sorry if I butchered that name. But we open this episode with Queen Maeve and Homelander saving a couple of kids because some robbers took an armored car.
Homelander?
You boys okay?
Now, the following scene, we see our other character, who's gonna be one of our main protagonists, is Jack Quaid, who plays Huey Campbell. Now, Huey was just outside with his girlfriend. He just got out of his job. He's a mild-mannered, if you would, tech person who just sells tech stuff throughout the day. And Robin, his love interest, were walking outside. And as they were walking outside, Robin stepped like literally a foot off the curb. She wasn't even in the middle of the street or anything. And then, bam! That's when A-Train, another superhero who's part of the Seven, runs in to to Huey's girlfriend.
Besmirch Billy.
Which she got decimated. Now, just right off the bat, I want to tell you that this is not your conventional superhero story where everybody, go lucky, go happy, everybody's just and all that. All the heroes are unfaltering and all that. No, this shows like a deeper side to how superhumans would act if they had that human influence in them. Because we usually portray our heroes as people that are justifiable, that they're for fighting for the truth and justice, and hurrah, hurrah, hooray. But in this, they take that and they twist it into where the superheroes have some sort of I guess disturbed mentality of how they see powerless humans. And right off the bat, Huey, I'm going to keep saying Huey because I'm not going to say his full name. And right off the bat, Huey is already having, this animosity towards Soups because A-Train killed his girlfriend. Like, she got decimated. So throughout that entire process, you see that Huey just, doesn't want to deal with Soups, hates them. And a surprising twist, actually, is that Simon Pegg's in there. I didn't know that Simon Pegg was in here. He plays Huey's dad, and you see Huey's like a very timid character. He's very to himself. He doesn't explore. He's not one of those protagonists that you're like, whoa, I really relate to him. No, he's like somebody very closed off, very, to himself. But the Butcher actually comes and gives Huey an ultimatum, saying that if he really wants to get back at the Soups, then he should just follow him.
Name's Butcher. Billy Butcher. Listen, I was thinking that you and me should have a little bit of a chat.
And that's when the first episode just it just brings out everything. It shows you everything. These episodes are an hour long. And honestly, like, just watching the first episode was pretty insane. It's a very sick and twisted version of superheroes, which is very refreshing because nowadays heroes are, like I said before, they're just, glorified nowadays. But this is a really good twist. And Butcher's Carl Urban, I love him. Phenomenal actor. He just gives it his all in this one. He's so cool. It's just so awesome. And we also get introduced to Frenchie, who is another recurring character, which is played by Tamer Capcom. I almost said Capcom. And Frenchie is like that person you go to where you want to kill a superhero. Basically, he'll find a way to kill a hero, and he gets the job done. I can't lie about that. He gets the job done. So all in all, what they try to do is they just basically are trying to take down the superhero. Now I'm gonna keep continuing reviewing these episodes. The first episode basically is a general overview of what's going to happen and all that, but it's just surprising. It's very it's very realistic, I should say. It's believable. Like, you could believe that some of these heroes have these psychotic tendencies, And yes, some are just like Starlight. We get introduced to her as well. That's like a side story. It's a parallel story and then they come together. So Starlight is played by Erin Moriarty. And what she is she is the just superhero. Like, she's very humble. She's she wants to do the right thing for everybody else.
At the Q&A, they always asked me what my wish was. And I always said to save the world.
And she gets involved with the Deep. Now, the Deep is played by Chase Crawford, and he's basically Aquaman. These are all basically just parodies of, other heroes that's been around for like years and years and years. Homelander obviously being Superman, Queen Maeve being Wonder Woman, A-Train being Flash, so on and so forth. They actually have a character named Black Noir, who's, I would assume that's Batman, but Batman's cooler. Just saying. And yeah, so the episode continues about her, and she is trying to get into the Seven, and then when she gets into the Seven, she gets into a dilemma. Now, I don't want to spoil too much. I would really recommend this watch. But she gets into the dilemma, and my brother and I, Danny, we were watching this, and we felt so terribly bad. It was so horrible just to watch that transpire. But after that, she's in the Seven. She becomes one of the Seven because another person has retired. And yeah, she sees all the intricacies now. Now that she's inside, she sees it. And the person that's actually pulling all the strings is Stillwell. And Stillwell is played by Elizabeth Shue, who does a phenomenal job on being like this, like the face of Vaughn. She's the one that basically is like the puppet master, controlling things around behind the scenes. But that was the end of the first episode. Like I said, these episodes are an hour long, so it's basically a movie. You're watching a movie every time you put one of these episodes on. But they are great. Well, the first episode, I should say, are great. We have more episodes to watch. There is 8 episodes in total for this season. I'm hoping for another season. This is just a nice little gem that Amazon has, and I highly recommend that everybody check it out. So thank you so much for watching. If you like what you saw, please leave a like, share this with everyone else, and we'll be right back.